9 CBSE Chapter 6 Exercise 6.2 Question 1. In the given figure, find the values of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. So please find the solution on the right side. From the figure we can say that 50 degree plus x is equal to 180 degree because of linear pair. Therefore x is 180 degree minus 50 degree, that is x is equal to 130 degree, equation 1. Then angle y and angle 130 degree are vertically opposite angles. Therefore we can say that angle y is equal to 130 degree. Now values of x and y from equation 1 and consider y is equal to 130, equation 2. So from 1 and 2 we can say that x and y are equal and they are forming alternate opposite angles. Therefore we can say that AB is parallel to CD. Question 2. In the given figure, if AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF and y is to z is equal to 3:7, then find angle x. So let's see the solution on the right side. It is given that AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF. Therefore we can say that AB parallel to CD parallel to EF. Property is lines parallel to the same line are parallel with each other. Okay. Now if we consider AB parallel to EF, then we can say that angle X and angle Z are equal because of alternate interior angles. Give this as equation 1. Now it is given that y is to z is equal to 3:7. So if we assume the common factor between the ratio as a, then we can write y is equal to 3a and z is equal to 7a. Now consider AB parallel to CD. Therefore we can say that angle x and angle y are co-interior angles and co-interior angles are always supplementary. Therefore we can write x plus y is equal to 180 degree. Now in equation 1 we have seen that x is equal to z. So in this equation we will replace x by z to get z plus y is equal to 180 degree using equation 1. Now z is 7a and y is 3a, so we'll put this value in this equation. So 7a plus 3a is equal to 180 degree. So 10a is equal to 180 degree. Therefore a is equal to 180 upon 10, that is a is equal to 18 degree. So we have to find the value of x. X is nothing but z, that is 7a. So x is equal to 7a is equal to 7 into 18 degree is equal to 126 degree. Therefore value of x is equal to 126 degree. Question 3. In the given figure, if AB parallel to CD, EF perpendicular to CD and angle GED is equal to 126 degree, then find angle AGE, angle GEF and angle FGE. It is given that angle GED means this complete angle. Okay. So let's see the solution. It is given that AB parallel to CD and EF perpendicular to CD. EF perpendicular to CD means this angle is 90 degree as well as this angle is 90 degree. Okay. Now focus on angle GED in the diagram. GED is nothing but addition of angle GEF and angle FED. Angle FED is 90 degree because of EF perpendicular to CD. So in this equation we can write angle GEF plus 90 degree is equal to 126 degree. 90 degree will transpose to RHS, then we get angle GEF is equal to 126 degree minus 90 degree. So we can get angle GEF is equal to 36 degree. Now consider AB parallel to CD. So we can see that angle AGE, it means this angle is equal to angle GED. Because of alternate opposite angles, they are forming Z. Therefore, value of AGE is equal to value of GED. So angle GED is given as 126 degree. Therefore, angle AGE is also equal to 126 degree. Now we have to find angle FGE. Angle FGE. So please see in the diagram, angle AGE and angle FGE are forming linear pair, means they are supplementary. So we can write angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree because of linear pair. Now angle AGE is equal to 126 degree. So substitute value in this equation to get 126 degree plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. Then we can transpose 126 degree to RHS so that angle FGE is equal to 180 degree minus 126 degree. It means angle FGE is equal to 54 degree. Therefore, you can write the final answer as angle AGE is equal to 126 degree, angle GEF is equal to 36 degree, and angle FGE is equal to 54 degree. Question 4. In the given figure, if PQ parallel to ST and triangle PQR is equal to 110 degree and angle RST is equal to 130 degree, then find angle QRS. Hint is given, draw a line parallel to ST through point R. So let's see the solution on RHS side. Focus on the new diagram. That is, we have drawn line XY parallel to line ST. Now it is given that PQ parallel to ST and we have constructed XY parallel to ST. Therefore we can say that PQ is parallel with ST is parallel with XY. Okay. Now let's go ahead. So consider PQ parallel XR. Okay. In this diagram we can say that angle PQR plus angle QRX, angle PQR and angle QRX are co-interior angles, therefore they are supplementary. So angle PQR plus angle QRX is equal to 180 degree. Now PQR is 110 degree, therefore you can write 110 degree plus QRX is equal to 180 degree. Then 180 degree minus 110 degree, so you will get angle QRX is equal to 70 degree. Now please consider ST parallel to RY. Therefore we can say that angle RST plus angle SRY is equal to 180 degree because of co-interior angles. Angle RST is given 130 degree, so we'll put this value. So 130 degree plus angle SRY is equal to 180 degree, and then we'll get angle SRY is equal to 50 degree because 180 degree minus 130 degree is equal to 50 degree. Now XY is a straight line, therefore angle QRX, angle QRS and angle SRY are on the straight line. Therefore sum of these angles is equal to 180 degree. We know that angle QRX is equal to 70 degree and angle SRY is equal to 50 degree. So we'll put these values in the equation. So we'll get 70 degree plus angle QRS plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. 70 degree plus 50 degree is equal to 120 degree. Then we will transpose 120 to RHS. Therefore we can write angle QRS is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree, which is equal to 60 degree. So angle QRS is equal to 60 degree. Question 5. In the given figure, if AB parallel to CD, angle APQ is equal to 50 degree and angle PRD is equal to 127 degree, then find values for X and Y. Okay. So check the solution. Now it is given that AB and CD are parallel and consider PR as transversal. Okay. Then we can say that angle APR and angle PRD are alternate opposite angles. From the diagram we can see that angle APR is 50 plus Y and angle PRD is 127 degree. So we'll put this value. So we'll get 50 plus Y is equal to 127 degree. Now using transposition I can get y is equal to 127 minus 50 degree, which is y is equal to 77 degree. So we got the value of y. Now check the diagram. Now we need 50 degree. Now consider AB parallel to CD and PQ is transversal. Therefore you can see that angle APQ and angle PQR are alternate opposite angles, therefore they are equal. APQ is 50 degree and PQR is x, therefore we get x is equal to 50 degree. Therefore finally we can write angle x is equal to 50 degree and angle y is equal to 77 degree. So this is your final solution. Question 6. In the given figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B. The reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS at C and again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. So basically it is given that PQ parallel to RS and we have to prove that AB parallel to CD. Okay. So construction is draw BM perpendicular to PQ, that means this line BM perpendicular to PQ, and CN perpendicular to RS, it means this part. Okay. Now it is given that PQ parallel to RS. Now PQ parallel to RS, it means BM parallel to CN, because angles between BM and PQ and CN or RS are equal, that is 90 degree. Therefore we can say that BM is parallel to CN. Now consider BM and CN are parallel lines and BC is transversal. Okay. Therefore we can say that angle 2 and angle 3 are equal because of alternate interior angles. So consider this as equation 1. Now please see in the diagram, we can say that angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. Also angle 3 and angle 4 are equal because of laws of reflection. And from 1 we know that angle 2 and angle 3 are equal. It means angle 2 and angle 3 are equal. Therefore we can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Therefore we have written angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Now just we have seen that angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3 and is equal to angle 4. Therefore we can say that angle 1 plus 2 is equal to angle 3 plus 4. Therefore we have written angle 1 plus 2 is equal to angle 3 plus 4. Now check in the diagram, angle 1 plus 2 is nothing but angle ABC. And angle 3 plus 4 is nothing but angle BCD or angle DCB. Now angle ABC and angle DCB are forming alternate interior angles. Therefore we can say that line AB is parallel with line CD. Hence proved. So we have done with the exercise 6.2. Thank you.